people that are supposedly trying to help us out but actually ran us into the ground with our AIGs are getting bonuses. Now, executives should not be rewarded for running this country into the ground. They gave bad loans, they gave bad housing loans, they've given money to people that don't deserve it. We as a corporation, I mean as auto workers, we get rewarded if we do well. We don't get rewarded just because we show up. And part of the problem with this whole stimulus package is there's no accountability. The U.S. auto industry had to go in front of Congress. We had to take and give terms and conditions and when we're going to pay back and how we're going to pay back. Yet AIG, Citibank, and those just keep showing up month after month with their handout with no plan whatsoever. So I could speak on this, Rob, but I have some individuals from our local that would like to speak also. The first person I'd like to call up is Vern Fisher.
Thank you. As Glenn said, I'm Vern Fisher, and I'm a UAW member, have been a UAW member for 36 years, and I'm also on the executive board of UAW Local 72. And I don't have a lot to say. What I mainly want to emphasize is the anger and frustration that not only myself, but many of my fellow workers have when you're reading the paper and hearing the news how these financial analysts tell us, and at least in the beginning, that these executives were going to have to get the bonuses because they have a contract. And while this is all going on, we're being forced by the government to reopen our contract and then give concessions to keep the auto industry going. Concessions that myself and generations before me had fought for over many, many years. And then you get here, the executives say, well, we have a contract. Somehow that doesn't seem fair. I think most people agree to that. And this also emphasizes the importance of the Employee Free Choice Act. We need to let more people join unions who want to join unions. We have to make it easier for them. Obviously, unions are struggling in the world today, and we need to get the people into unions who want to get into unions, and help it, make it easier for them to organize. We need to rebuild America's middle class. We are the backbone of America, and we're hurting right now. So keep that in mind. Everything you read in the paper. We need the middle class to get strong again. And with that, I have finished. I would like to introduce one of my co-workers, Mr. Dan Davis.
The bonuses that were given to AIG made me very angry. The last time the government gave our plant money, we paid it back, and we paid it back early. We just want everyone or company, etc., to be given guidelines as to how to use the money properly. Union people have given up tough concessions to help the company. We expect the same of the company. I'd like to introduce Cleve Cornelius.
All right. Good morning, my union brothers and sisters. It's no joke that right now times are hard for the car industry, and go back to big shots or making the most money. It's time for us to stand together. If we don't stand together, we will lose. So what I'm saying is, it's time to pass the Employee Free Choice Act, and everybody should be treated equal. Every company should be treated equal. The union have taken the hit. 4 years the contract. We have opened our contract and took concessions. So it's time for all of us to come together as one and stick together. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cale Coleman. I'm electrician at the Kenosha engine plant. Because of the recent economic problems with the auto industry, we opened up our contract that was due to expire in September of 2011. But because we opened our contract, I have been laid off. Our UAW has gone back and made concessions to work with our companies so our companies can survive. I find it kind of disgusting that these other companies just get money, and here the U.S. government is making our UAW break our contracts, but they say they can't break contracts for other people. The Employee Free Choice Act, I believe, would really help the middle class. It has proven that union workers generally have better health insurance, better benefits overall. I think it would be great if most people had the choice to vote for a union and not feel pressured against going to vote for the union. That's about all I have to say. Next is Kevin Ellis.
Hi, I'm Kevin Ellis from Local 72. Been there on and off for about 25 years. I just wanted to congratulate everybody on the new pay cuts and benefit cuts they're going to get these next coming years. Since Ford, GM, and Chrysler are all going to get them, pretty much everybody else is going to do the same thing. I don't see how they're going to get out of it. It's pretty much how it always works. When the union gets benefits, everybody else benefits. When they get cut, everybody else goes down with them. Little piece of information here, the average CEO in this country makes roughly 475 times the average worker's pay. That means he's done in about 4 hours what it takes the average guy to do in a year. I don't know how many of you guys feel about that, but I think that's a little ridiculous. I can see him getting by on a little bit. 475 times? It's a little excessive. The UAW has coughed up its COLA, some of its bonus, some holidays, some overtime, and they compromised on how they're going to pay for their health care at Ford, and I assume soon to come Chrysler and GM. There again, it's coming to a theater near you. If you don't believe it, sit back and watch the news. The Democrats now are in charge of all three branches of government. I keep hearing whining about they need 60 votes, but I never heard the Republicans say that. They passed most of their bills with 51. And the Employee Free Choice Act, I know it's being sponsored now by Russ Feingold in the Senate. I'm not too sure if it's sponsoring in the House. But it's very important that this legislation go through. The Democrats seem to be on board, but we'll have to wait and see if they have any fortitude to pass this bill. I don't know if they will or not. They seem to buckle when you need them the most. Maybe you want to call your senator and congressman and remind him, especially if he's a Democrat, who supports her. Maybe he could return the favor. What else here? Yeah, that's about it, I guess. Glenn's going to come back, and I guess we're going to tear up this check. Thank you.
All right, I'd like to thank our speakers, and I think all their points were well taken. We have to have accountability. This cannot just be a blank check. And if you look to my right, there's a check that we feel that we need to tear up to show what we feel is an injustice to the working class of this country. Treat corporate America like they treat the middle class. All right, I'd like to thank everyone very much for showing up on Local 72. Make the phone calls that are important and tell them what you think. Thank you.